Did you see the Leaving Neverland Ranch? Leaving Neverland, sorry, is what it's called.
I'm not touching that.
I'm sorry. I have to talk about it. I know we're here for MMA, but for crying out loud, it's been on my mind for like 24, 48 hours. I started watching the documentary on Sunday night, and was Sunday, Monday, and that's Wednesday, whatever it is. Dude, the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And that's all I can say is, to sum it up very quickly, people across the world have issues. Money helps hide issues, but things that are right, parents are dumber than shit.
I'm going to piggyback off that point, man. This shows you how we see on a small level how people cater to John Jones. John Jones is not the worldwide superstar that Michael Jackson was. I think it was like $50 million when he sold Thriller. Dude made a ton of money throughout his career. He is not on that level. Everybody catered to Michael Jackson, turned a blind eye. Oh, no, this pale, bleach-skinned weirdo, he's fine. He's fine. He didn't have a childhood. What's wrong with you, Peter Hoffman? What's wrong with you, C.J. Owens? Michael Jackson didn't have a childhood.
All I could say is this, is that he probably didn't have a childhood. It was definitely not normal. Whatever he did, he was definitely taught at some point in time by somebody else. That type of behavior that he did with these kids was definitely a learned behavior. It was not something like, hey, this is cool. This is normal.
You never know. You never know. Could have been like, hey, I like hanging out with kids. I'm touching them. One thing goes into another. But, dude, the parents.
I keep on watching documentaries on Netflix and now HBO with this documentary, and I've seen some really stupid ones. And, again, the parents are always – it's not all your fault. Like, you didn't hand them – you literally didn't just hand them off, but maybe you did just literally hand them off to Michael Jackson. They did. They allowed them to be in a room together alone overnight. There's glamour. There's
Gross.
fame. There's, you too much trust in people. I hope as a society we are so much different than when we were 20, 30 years ago. I hope people are smarter than that. I looked at my wife. I said, babe, I am never giving any of our kids to anybody that even we know that comfortable. Okay, let me just explain something to how stupid this is. They met Michael Jackson. A family met Michael Jackson, and within hours, they went back to the ranch with him.
Jeez. How can that guy sell you on anything?
And then, so it wasn't even like they knew each other so well. It's like, oh, we're best friends. They go back to the ranch, and within like a night, he's sleeping alone with the kid. I mean, listen, there's other facts that go into all the other details that these people are talking about that I'm not going to get into right now. But it makes these people seem so dumb. And I don't want to say that they're 100% like the mother is the reason for all this happening. No, there was other factors. It could have easily have happened at other points in times too. But like, they left on vacation. The parents left to go to other parts of the country with their son being alone with Michael Jackson for a couple days. Like, and then she goes, I think I made a mistake. You think? People wake up, and the one thing I will tell you this too. I don't know, growing up, I don't remember what my parents told me about like sexual abuse and stuff like that. I do know this, is that, you stayed away from strangers. This person made you feel comfortable. They said, like, one of these kids was, that was their idol, was Michael Jackson. So he felt comfortable. It felt normal to see him and to like interact with him. So it was like, oh my God, this guy is talking to me. He's doing these things with me. It's amazing. It feels right. What you tell your kids today, because this is what one of the kids said, is that he was told by Michael Jackson, you cannot tell anybody what is going on, because if you do, you and I will both go to jail. We'll both be in trouble forever. You cannot tell anybody anything that happens. You tell your kids today, if any parents that are talking or listen to this right now, you tell your kids today, if anybody ever tells you not to tell me something, that means it's wrong and you have to tell me. And I don't care what it is, and I will always protect you and save you, but you have to tell me. That's so important. You tell me. You have to have an open relationship with your kids no matter what it is, because that's how things happen, dude.
I blame the parents. I blame the parents for a lot of things. Like when you hear these school shootings or these overdoses, I just think if they had a good figure. And guys, believe it or not, Joe and Jane Smith, you're more important in their lives than Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, every celebrity that you can name. They don't care about you. Newsflash, the celebrities do not care about you. We got to stop getting starstruck. And I hope in the social media age we could start to see that celebrities are just average people. Yeah. They bleed like you and me. They eat like you and me. They shit like you and me. Guys, they're normal people. This whole
they just
cater
pay
to the
more
superstar.
For cosmetics, that's all.
Exactly. Who didn't see the warning signs coming? And the same thing with Bill Cosby. The same thing with Robert Kraft. Or with Michael Jackson. Like, guys, we got to stop catering to people with money. I'm sure that Michael Jackson's handler or his PR person, they were the person who was dealing with the media and the parents and putting Michael Jackson in the best light. Dude, if this guy sat next to my kid, you would immediately know, get him the fuck away from my kid. Blame the parents, as I say. CJ, let me toss this to you. What the hell do you know about this situation? You're 20 years old.
Well, I agree. I think that...
Speak it to the mic.
I think that the parents, they play a big role in that because ever since a kid is little, the first person that a kid looks up to is probably your parents. Probably your first hero and stuff is your parents. And for the parents in the situation to not realize what was going on, or when Michael was telling them that they can't tell their parents stuff like that, it just leaves the kid in a bad spot and they don't know any better. So what are they supposed to do with themselves when they're 8 years old and they feel like the only person they can go to is Michael Jackson?
I'm with you, man. Not the kids. Totally not the kids. Yeah. It's sick.
No.
Pete was telling us off the air that he's like, Michael Jackson put him on the same floor, put him on a room over in hotels, then eventually their rooms apart, their floors apart. Guys, he's obviously likes hanging out with your kid a little too much. And dude, you told me some sick shit that Michael Jackson was doing to them and having the kids do to him. I heard about the Jesus juice and the South Park, the funny stuff. I didn't know how disgustingly what this man was doing to these kids. It's gross. Like, thank goodness he's dead. I mean, who cares about the music at the end of the day?
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. Like, he's like, oh, he's an icon. You're ruining his reputation. Who cares? I don't care, dude. Like, that's all these celebrities, whether it's R. Kelly, whether it's Michael Jackson.
R. Kelly, how the fuck is that guy not in jail?
Dude,
he keeps getting caught.
Dude, there's so many people that are in the situations, and money is a huge key. You can again, there was someone that came out in 93 or 94 with this accusation about this with Michael Jackson. They paid him $22 million. And again, I was talking about this with my wife. We were sitting there discussing, like, would you settle for $22 million if someone ever did this to one of our kids? God forbid anybody ever did this to one of our kids. And we sat there and go, Michael Jackson has an endless supply of money. Okay? Endless supply of money. You're going to get offered $22 million in a settlement that you don't even know if you can afford. This guy has endless amount of supply of money. You're going to take that. Is it a win? I don't know, but we need to pay for rehab for our kid. We have to go to a psychiatrist. We have to do all this stuff. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. No, it's not justifiable to be like, okay, any amount of money will take away all the pain. But if you get offered that, that's significant. That's something that maybe will be like, hey, I don't know if I can go for another 4 years trying to get this guy in jail, because they're doing a good job of defending this. Somehow, even though they touched my fucking kid, they still defended this.
Dude, it's life-changing for those people. Like, for them, they were sick enough to let Michael Jackson be around them. Sure as shit, they're going to take that $22 million and run away with it.
Dude, and think about this, too. You got to remember, Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman and other celebrities and stuff like that came out and said, I was close with Michael.
Not related.
They said that they were close with Michael Jackson, and they went on trial and said that he never touched me. Here's another thing, too. Whether or not he had the opportunity to, like, one of these kids, it seemed like he groomed into, like, this process. So it wasn't an overnight thing. The other one was kind of quicker. But, like, there was different ways he went about it. Macaulay Culkin, he might have tried to, but it never got to that point, because by the time Macaulay Culkin was acting, he was in Home Alone, he was doing all this stuff. So maybe they didn't have that time together as he wanted to. Maybe he tried to, just didn't get to that point. Same thing with Corey Feldman. Maybe never got to that point. Just because you don't do it to one person doesn't mean you didn't do it before. And that's what you have to remember. We just met CJ, okay? You don't know me from a hole in the wall. You might be like, dude, these guys are the coolest people in the world. But you don't know everything we've done. Whether we've done anything at all. You don't know. I don't know what you've done. There's always something. There's always a door that's closed for some of these people. I can't say everybody's a piece of shit, but we've all done something in life that we probably sit there and go, that sucked. I really that wasn't smart. Maybe it was in high school. Maybe I bullied somebody. I regret that. Maybe we did something stupid. These people that are catered to, they don't know what's right and wrong anymore. They really don't, because everything is handed to them and they could do whatever the hell they want, and no one's there to be like, Michael, that's a bad idea. You should really freaking stop that. Or they're thinking, I can make a lot of money off this guy, so let's hide that as long as possible.
Exactly, man. It starts at the ground level. And not to be funny, but to point out something realistic, CJ, you're in college, man. There's a lot of good-looking women. There's a lot of guys who want to get with the good-looking women. You guys will jump through windows, jump out of second-floor windows. You guys will try to throw the baseball as hard as you can, as many strikeouts as you can, if that means that you're going to get the girl at the end of the day. People will cater to certain things. I hear all the time, mothers, no, my kid wasn't doing it. They'll defend their kid because it's their kid. No, it starts at the ground level. You got to cut it off and say, you have a chance to correct them. Stop enabling. CJ, what girl did you open the door for? You bought all the flowers for, and now she stabbed you in the back. You enabled that girl.
Yeah,
Kelly's all your fault.
You just can't be an enabler. You just see these parents. They're just it. I feel bad. Nah, I wouldn't say I feel bad for Michael Jackson, but you have to see that somebody in his life enabled. If that didn't happen to him, which it may have, enabled him to go through and start doing these things that become a habit, and then it's something that he can't break, and there's something, and it's obviously something that's wrong with him now.
That point.
Yeah, now it's too late because you enabled it, you let him do it to a certain point, and you lost it. It's a lost cause forever then.
And I don't want to sit here and say that every single story that we hear online or whatever is real. But the fact is that we've heard about the Michael Jackson stuff forever. We've heard about the R. Kelly rumors. I mean, he freaking married Aaliyah when she was like a teenager, before she was even legal. You know, that's outrageous to even think that was even allowed. And then there's all these other stories that, like, celebrity stories come out. Like, I've been on the West Coast a couple of times. My brother-in-law and my sister live out there. It was on a movie set once, and I heard all these rumors about certain celebrities. And again, people keep things so vague because I don't want to put it out there. I don't want to be slander, but there's a lot of gossip out there. And then you see it in newspapers, you know, years later. Hey, John Travolta is getting accused of asking some guy to give him a little rub and tug on some ship. That's the rumor that I heard, like, long before. Like, oh, yeah, John Travolta's in the closet. He likes men, which is fine, whatever. Who cares? I'm not criticizing you whether or not who you like and who you don't like, you know. But the fact is, all this stuff comes out. It's like,
I get with the power. The power comes with it, man.
Bryan Singer, I heard about this stuff a long time ago. The parties he held for people, for boys to come over and stuff like that. That they were trying to pick up scouts. You know, not scouts, not like Boy Scouts, but they were scouting out guys to bring back to like parties and stuff like sex parties.
Shit.
So you hear all this stuff, and now it's coming out. It's like, wow, that's not a shocker. That's stuff that did not shock me.
I have no problem with when you shine the light at the Roaches show. Like, Kraft is a creepy person. Ryan Lochte, you know, that whole the social media age hit the Olympics, and Ryan Lochte and Usain Bolt were victims of that. Lochte, yeah, no, he actually is a douchebag. He was a little fucking douche at that gas station. You see later Usain Bolt's cheating on his wife with some drug lord's mistress. Yeah, they're douchebags. I have no problem with the truth being out. Transparency, as my guy Pete always says. Be transparent. Be who you are. The social media age will catch that if you're not.
Yeah. No,
if anything is teaching us, be nicer people. The whole who you are when nobody's looking, it's who you are.
Dude, respect. Transparency and respect. I got to be honest. I mean, we've lost a lot of it recently. We're too busy pointing fingers at other people for being whatever. It's like, look in the mirror. Like, what's the old saying of, like, treat people how you want to be treated? That's all
learn that
it
at
is,
6
man.
years old.
Yeah, it's out the window now. We don't do it, and it's disgusting.
We just need Helwani and Son and some shit to come out of them, and then we're the number one MMA guys.
Waiting for Brendan Schaub and Joe Rogan, and then we'll catch them.
In all honesty, like, if I'm in a Joe Rogan position, you better be damn sure I'm checking to make sure, like, nothing I said on Instagram's coming back, or no girl that I DM'd. Like, I love when those girls screenshot things about LeBron James or Luke Rockhold. Yeah, you're a douche. You deserve to have the karmic come back to you.
You know, Joe Rogan gets enough, though, and I'm not defending him for anything at all because I don't know him at all, but from what he says and what I see, like, people go at him for just the guests he has on. You know, that's the culture that we live in today, is that if I'm one side, you are quick to point at somebody else for what they did, whether it's just giving you a platform to talk. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And I don't make these guys aren't role models. You know, like, I really like Conor McGregor. I respect what he's doing. Motherfucker might be doing coke right now. There's some rumors that he might have a baby girl on the way with some mistress. It's like, guys and parents, don't make these athletes or celebrities role models for your kids. You should be the role model.
Yeah.
CJ, P and I are your role models.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be better people. Be better people, right, CJ? Come on.
Not too bad role models to have. Got their own show. It's not terrible.
Who?
Us. You and I.
Not too bad what?
Role models to have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, what'd you call me?
Whoa. But seriously, just be better people. Like, just be better. That's what we have to do as a society. It's just
What
getting.
a podcast.
I know. Talks about John Jones, who's the epitome of better people.
Catering to celebrities and being better parents. Like,
But nothing to tie it all together though. Like, again, one last point. We sit here and talk about Michael Jackson, how he was catered to and how he was enabled to do all this stuff. You know what? MMA world, UFC, they cater to John Jones. They've allowed him to do some crazy stuff. It's about time you hold him to the fire.
Dude, on the next episode, I want to show you how they cater in the Connor.